I literally got into a debate online with a dude who said that the No Way Home trailer
Yeah.
came out,
Yeah.
and
Just
so
watched
it was
it.
a conversation about that, and he was like, the trailer showed too much.
I agree with him.
What? I think Marvel has a crazy thing that they like to do where they put stuff in trailers that aren't in the movies, and they edit stuff specifically for trailers, and it's just like those CGI things. And so like anything in this movie, I don't care if it's,
I mean,
you know.
well, I don't think it's like if you're like, oh, they showed too much in this trailer, if none of that's going to be in the movie. I think that we've seen it more and more. I think that they'll edit a trailer to get people to go see the movie, but there's a Dom line from Fast and Furious where he says something about family, and it was like everybody quotes it, but it was just in the trailer and never made it in the movie. Like, they film a ton of shit, and shit gets cut.
Yeah.
It gets left on the editing room floor, and so I don't even know if it's that like they're actively trying to mislead you, because I think that I just don't think they would do that.
In Infinity War, they had Hulk there, but Hulk never showed up. It was the Iron Buster, and there's like
Yeah.
scenes in like the Loki TV show.
No, if
where,
if I remember correctly, like, wasn't Mark Ruffalo in the Hulkbuster because didn't he like break his arm or something?
No. He was in the Hulkbuster because him and
Yeah,
Hulk
no,
beefing.
that's in the canon. But did they show Hulk at that fight because and then have to change something because something in real life happened to Mark Ruffalo? I vaguely remember something like that.
Did that? I thought it was just part of the story.
Yeah. And also they may have just like you said done that for the trailer because they didn't want to give away a plot point or something like that in the trailer. But the stuff that they've shown here, like if I go see No Way Home and Alfred Molina's not in it at all, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, this looks like the main thing. So I
mean, that like the Dr. Ock stuff was already out. Like, I don't know what the other dude was talking about, but I'm talking about like the small spoilery things where like, oh, this thing blew up a certain way. It was this color, and why would they spoil? People who complain about that little stuff, who like nitpick and like,
people do whole trailer breakdowns. Like, they showed more of it in this last trailer, and I'm going to talk about the trailer. I kind of wish I didn't watch the trailer, so skip forward like 15 or 30 seconds here. But they did show like Green Goblin. Like, they showed Harry. Like, they showed Norman Osborn, Green Goblin from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in this one. And previously, I think that we had just heard his laugh and seen like the bomb. The ball. Yeah. But now we actually get to see that, yes, it is. But like, people were analyzing it being like, this is fucking Willem Dafoe's laugh from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. So people will get into it and break that stuff down. But I'm going to say that I think that things get left on the editing room floor sometimes, and they use something for a trailer that doesn't make it into the final cut of the movie. And I will concede that maybe I could see a situation where they don't want to give away a plot point, but they want to show something like that big battle and maybe, make a quick temporary shot basically for just the trailer. So, yeah, I think that those are the couple possibilities. But I don't think that they're ever trying to, like, actively mislead people, even though I guess I kind of just said that they are, like, but they just don't want to reveal. It's because they're trying to not reveal something bigger.
Yeah, I got you.
But I will say that trailers do give away too much. Like, I think a lot of the time, I think because there's the marketing side of things and then there's the filmmaking side of things, and I don't think that those two teams are always in line. Like, I think the people who cut the trailers are just trying to get people to go out and see it. But like, there's two things that I know that were revealed in trailers, and I was kind of too young to remember these, but there are two things that I know happen in trailers that spoil big things in movies, which is like, there's a shot where John Connor in Terminator 2 busts out into a hallway, and on one side he's got Robert Patrick's, Terminator coming at him. I forget the number designations, but Liquid Terminator guys coming at him dressed like a cop. And then on the other side of the hallway we see Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator from the previous movie from T1. And so at this point in the film, we don't know what either of those guys are doing. And for John Connor, you're thinking, Well, that's the bad guy from the first movie. Head towards the cop. Cops are paragons of justice in people's minds, theoretically. He should run to the cop, and then you get the line where Schwarzenegger says, "Get down," and then blasts, the cop, and then you find out that he's trying to protect him. That stuff was ruined in the trailer. And then the other thing that is like a really good example of that is that they spoiled that Darth Maul has a dual-sided lightsaber in the trailer for Phantom Menace. But think about it. If you've watched, this is the fourth Star Wars movie you're seeing at the time, and you're sitting there, and Darth Maul's only used one side of the lightsaber up until that Duel of the Fates part at the end, and it's even like queued up like it's supposed to be a reveal, like he pops one side of the lightsaber, and then the other side goes, and it should be like a what the fuck, like he's got a dual-sided lightsaber, like that's crazy, but it was ruined in the trailer, so by the time audience see it, it's like whatever.
Yeah. Huh. Wow, you just blew my mind because. Like
try to go into movies more blind. Like I did that with Last Night in Soho, and it was great. Like it's fun to do that.
Yeah, I did that with like Squid Game. I didn't know anything about it. I do that sometimes. It's just these Marvel movies are just kind of. It's these like I'll do that where I don't watch the trailer for a movie, whatever. And those are usually like a movie that was nominated for an Emmy that I have no idea what it's about, and so I'm just gonna go straight into it. Like those type of movie. But if it's like a Marvel comic book action movie, I like to see the trailer to see how actually hype I would be for this. And so like the Darth Maul thing, like I remember as a kid knowing before the movie came out that Darth Maul had a dual-sided lightsaber because there were toys and commercials about it and all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then when the movie came out and then he used it, I kind of remember me just being like, oh yeah, there it is. Like if I didn't know that it was coming, that would have been so hype. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, so I just watched that No Way Home trailer, and sometimes they're unavoidable. Like you'll see them in theaters, but like as much as I can, I do try to avoid trailers just because I like to go in and be surprised and stuff, and I do feel like they give away oftentimes enough of the pieces where if you've seen the trailer and you're watching the movie, you can kind of figure out how they get to